world doesn't want you to recreate yourself, right? The world is trying to force a role on you. The world is trying to tell you to be something that you don't want to actually be, right? Like I'm always talking about, it is your duty in life to recreate yourself, right? Because the world is going to push labels on you. They're going to try and tell you to be a victim. They're going to try and tell you to be humble. They're going to try and tell you to not ruffle any feathers. They're going to try and tell you to just stay in your own place. People are going to tell you to, be something you don't want to be, right? What I'm trying to tell you here is that you could be whatever you want to be, right? So the way you do this is you have to be able to recreate yourself. And the first step to recreating yourself is hopping on Body Game, right? You got to get on Body Game because Body Game is like a night and day difference on how you can actually go from one state to another state, right? It's the easiest way to recreate yourself because when you go from skinny to jacked or obese to jacked, right? It's the biggest night and day difference. So when you can make that night and day difference, you create a whole new identity and it's the first step, right? Because once you get jacked and you get on Body Game, right, it sets you up so that you can actually go out and, recreate yourself in other areas. It gives you tangible evidence to be able to go and chase after different things that you need in life, right? By the way, if you need help doing this, you need help recreating yourself, you need help, creating a new identity, and you need help hopping on Body Game, hit the link in the description. I'm the guy for that. I can help you with that. And we'll see if it makes sense to work together, right? Little shameless plug to those of you guys that need it. By the way, like this video if you like it, and remember to subscribe and all that good stuff if you haven't already. Little shameless plug for those of you guys that need it, right? But you got to understand that the world is going to try and stop you from recreating yourself. And this is going to show up in many different ways, right? For example, when I grew up, like I found like, whenever you accomplish something new or like, even on my fitness journey, people were trying to give you pushback. They'll try and tell you, oh, the gym isn't everything, bro. Or, oh, like, why are you trying so hard, bro? Or, oh, the gym's not going to save you now. Oh, the gym's not everything. You need to chill with this gym stuff, man. Oh, why do you always go to the gym all the time? Like, and they might not mean this like consciously, but it symbolizes that like your surroundings and the world is going to try and stop you from becoming the person you want to be. People are going to throw little jabs at you, even like when you start showing progress in other areas of life, people are going to try and downplay your success. They're going to try and like hate on you. It's going to come in all sorts of different types of ways. This could be on like a micro level. So depending on, so in your everyday life, like the people who surround you, and on a macro level, like through societal, the certain messaging that the mainstream society tries to push on you, trying to push things like, body positivity, or they're going to try and push things like, you know, they're gonna try and shame people for being more masculine, whatever. Like, there's gonna be on a societal level, and there's also a micro level where it's like the world is gonna try and tell you who you want to be and how it's supposed to go, right? But you have to reject it, right? You have to reject that role that the world is gonna try and put on you, right? You gotta reject it on the macro and a micro level, right? And you know, it's gonna take a lot. It's gonna have a lot of resistance. It's gonna require a lot of resistance, right? On this path to recreating yourself. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be tough, right? But you have to constantly push through the hate, push through the pushback, right? And eventually you'll become who you want to be, right? And recreating yourself, it all starts with your habits, right? It all starts in here, right? Envision the person that you want to be. Envision the version of yourself that you want to be, right? And you have to work towards it every day, right? And the first step to doing that is Body Game, getting jacked. It's the first step because when you can make that night and day difference by shifting how your body looks through sheer will and force, it is the greatest evidence that you can actually change your life and become who you want to be. But it starts with Body Game, right? And the rest is history. But that's all I really had to say for today. Make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. Send this to someone who needs to hear it. And remember, there's nothing enlightening about playing small. Catch you guys next video. I'll see you guys later.